Now, during a rally in Panama Beach, Florida, President Trump couldn't help but attack the storm-ravaged island of Puerto Rico. Watch.
I brought a chart. Would you like to see a chart? Very haphazardly, I just happen to have it with me. So there's your chart. Does everyone see that? So now, see, I didn't want to spend on a big board because that costs the government too much money, I want to say. But you can all see that. That's Puerto Rico, and they don't like me. Texas, Florida, the biggest hurricanes we've ever seen. Texas, Florida. But this, and what the Democrats want to do, they want to give more and more. And I say, you know what? I have a great relationship with the people of Puerto Rico, but it hasn't been fair the way they've treated all of us from the standpoint of their leaders. Because they complain they want more money. They got $91 billion. It's the largest amount of money ever given for a hurricane to a state, to any element, and that's the way it is.
A chart. He just happened to bring a chart. I mean, haphazardly. I mean, I didn't know I was going to use this chart, but I brought this chart in advance so I can pull it out and basically start trashing Puerto Rico. Right. Dear God, he's learned how to use props. Oh no, now what's going to happen? Okay, so a couple of things, right? So one, I still think that he does not understand that Puerto Rico is part of America. It's an American territory, which means that everyone there is an American citizen. That is American as anybody in Florida, as American as anybody in Texas. Right? They are American citizens. I know that blows his pea-sized brain, right? But it's true. They are American citizens. But he's talking about, oh, they're leaders. They're not giving me any respect. And he's also complaining about, oh, we're spending so much money on Puerto Rico. And I just didn't get enough credit for spending all that money. $91 billion. Now, we'll get to that figure in a minute. But first, dude, you are the leader of the U.S. government. You are supposed to give aid to states and territories for natural disasters and not complain about it. You are not supposed to get a thank you for doing your job. It's like he now expects the people of San Juan to throw him a ticker tape parade. Oh, thank you so much, Trump, in your benevolence for showering us with our much needed aid so that we don't die. I mean, come on, man. No, it's your job. Just do your job. And by the way, his job performance, he sucks at it. As the Associated Press reported, Trump's numbers are wrong, as his assertion that the U.S. territory has set some record for federal disaster aid. They have not. Congress, by the way, which controls the purse strings, has so far distributed only about $11 billion for Puerto Rico, not $91 billion. So the government right now, under Trump, kind of sucks at their job. Just saying. But no, what's more important here than just the money? And the money is incredibly important because that goes to aid, infrastructure, medicine, food, rebuilding of the island. That is desperately needed right now. But what's also important here in the context of this rally is the message. Now, his message is, look at these lazy Hispanic people. First, they didn't clean up their own island because, at a previous rally or previous rallies, he said basically things like, oh, they're not taking responsibility for themselves. Insinuating, of course, that they are lazy. Oh, and then they go and ask for all this money, expecting us to bail them out, which, of course, we graciously allowed them to have, but they're still ungrateful. They don't give me the thanks that I deserve. I mean, can you believe the nerve of these Puerto Ricans? And his followers, of course, you heard them. They're clapping and cheering for that. Yeah, those ingrates, man, those Puerto Ricans, they should They should be happy with what they got because we're not giving them a dollar more. We're not giving them any more. It's gross on so many levels. Now, of course, frequent Trump critic, San Juan Mayor Carmen Yulin Cruz, said this. She said, quote, "These remarks were unhinged, insensitive, and lying. His racism knows no boundaries." You try to get to the bottom of that barrel, there is no bottom. And of course it gets worse because it's not just racist rhetoric, but it's action, or lack thereof. In March, over 1 million U.S. citizens in Puerto Rico have faced large cuts to food stamps and other services in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria as a relief package, which also includes disaster aid to Florida and other states, remains stalled in Congress due to opposition from Republicans and the Trump administration. Trump has reportedly said that he doesn't want another single dollar going to Puerto Rico. So, the aid package they have to make sure that regular people in this place that's been ravaged by hurricanes can't get food, can't rebuild their infrastructure. Come on, man. What a disgustingly callous human being, surrounded by other disgustingly callous human beings. I mean, earlier in the same rally, he laughed when somebody yelled out, "Shoot them," when he talked about undocumented immigrants that come to the border. He can't help himself. When given the opportunity to be deeply racist and to show how terrible of a person he is, he goes all in. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.